Good morning, everybody. We are going to make sure my mic is working today. So just a second as I'm waiting for confirmation on that, because if it is not, then I want to get it changed because nothing is more annoying than listening to a bad sound. So let's see if my mic is better today. Again, I'm Kelly Walters. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as you are gradually popping on. Sound is good, so we are going to get started this morning. One thing, let me just close out on my screens, that way I can just focus. So one thing that I always talk to customers about is different paths, different markets that you can go down. Maybe you are retail driven specifically. Maybe you are a contract decorator, and then of course, your jobs are dictated by your customers. But maybe you're just a sports-driven business and you need to find different ways, different avenues, that you can bring in that revenue stream. And with any type of heat transfer, it really all just depends on what your artwork is, obviously who your customer is, and then how you are going to bring their ideas to life, right? So today we are going to talk a little bit about Transfer Express, and I'm going to use Goof Proof. Now, obviously, this is a sheet that I already have. I'm not going to show you how to order it. However, I will take you to the website and just kind of give you a quick overview. It's very, very easy to use. And the beautiful thing about Transfer Express is there is also a designer. And you can go in there and you can use templates. You can, just completely change up their templates. You can import your own. So just to give you a quick thing, we are going to target sports on this. And this is a screen printed transfer. So maybe you're only doing vinyl. You don't know of any other way to do screen printing. You don't want to send it to a contractor. Maybe you have a good relationship with somebody that does high orders of screen print, but you want to keep some lower minimums in-house. You can do that. And then we're going to completely flip it and we're going to do something that's more retail inspired. Fall is here. We know it. I think the first day of fall is actually today. With that, you also have Halloween. Let's not rush Halloween, people. Thanksgiving, and then obviously the Christmas, Hanukkah. There's more holidays coming on down the pipeline. So we are going to use CAD Cut Metallic from Stalls, and then you're going to have something that's going to have a chrome-like finish, and then you're going to have something that is a matte screen printed finish. Two completely different markets, but it doesn't mean that you as a customer can't offer both. So again, I'm stepping on my cord. I feel like I have a tail at times, but that's okay, as long as you can hear me loud and clear. So again, I'm Kelly Walters, and thanks for tuning in. Let's say hi. Tell me where you're from. If you're new around here, I'd love to know what city or country you are from as you're tuning in and watching. So let's get started. I do have the heat press already set at, it's fluctuating 360, 364. So it should be at 365. And then what I'm going to do is let that cool down, and then we are going to switch gears and go into vinyl. I'll show you how to cut it from CADWorks Live to vector cut to sending into the cutter. It's just a one color, but there are several cavities in the design, so it'll take me just a minute to go ahead and weed it. And then we will go over the products and do kind of like a quick cost analysis. We have a cropped sweatshirt that we're doing for the vinyl, and just a plain old t-shirt for the Goof Proof. So you're going to have two completely different price points, two completely different customers, but the whole idea is that you can target both of those customers. Okay, really quick, I'm going to do a close-up of what we're working with. Sorry, I was reading some of those comments. Let me just quickly scan to know What is going on? Ethiopia, Dallas, welcome, welcome. Oh, Vicky, hi in Michigan. Enjoy. You can always come back and catch the replay. Okay, so those of you that have never used a screen printed transfer know what one is, or have even seen our version. It's just a screen printed transfer, but if you want to see it, this is what it looks like. So this is your sheet. As you can see, there are 2 logos on here. You've got the names, the team names. I will get this down. I have to go backwards. There you go. The team names, and then the front that you can, the front center. Now, the cool thing about something like this with this type of angle, you could easily go, it'd probably be better like this. You could go this direction, and then of course you could go straight across the front. If it was a hoodie, you could put this right above the pocket. You can really just get creative. Maybe you just want a left chest on the back and then you want a sleeve, then you could do 2 other logos here. I will show you a couple of transfers just so you can see how you can gang a sheet. But this is our goof-proof transfer. You can see that it is 2 colors, and we are applying it to just a basic district Heather t-shirt. So once the 2 color is applied onto the garment, it's going to kind of look more like a 3 color, which to me is very, very smart art because it's going to enhance your overall shirt, making it, a higher perceived value. Okay, this is a DT 4000 from District. Very soft. It's a unisex. And this is a size large if you're just curious on dimensions with how it actually looks. So the first thing that we are going to do, watch me not have scissors. No, I do, yay. I have a little cubby under my white stand, and I was afraid that I did not put my scissors back. Okay, so I have cut 1 logo. And then I have also cut 2 logos. Now, the same thing that I do for vinyl transfers, you can match it up and go ink to ink, but also know that there is this grid on the back. That way, when you lay it down, you do have a better idea of a center point. Now, me looking at this, there's more space than there is over here. So I personally will not be using the line. So what I want to do is just fold this, again, just lightly, nothing crazy. I'm going to do my best to kind of give me the spacing on both this side and this side, just all off of feel, and just crease the top. That way I know that's where it is. And then same thing for this. You've got a little more space here than you do here. So I am just going to quickly find. Okay, it's done. I'm picky. So let's go over to the press. I actually have the upper platen cover on top of our autoclam. You do not want a cover sheet. You do not want anything on top of the autoclam. I'm pointing to it. You can't see it. You don't want anything that's going to restrict heat, change any type of temperature with screen printed transfers. You want to keep it consistent as possible. So you will see me just quickly take that cover off. And then here's the beautiful thing. 365, okay, that's what they apply at. We're going to preheat for 4 seconds. And then I actually have it set for 6 seconds for application time. You have 3 to 5 seconds for, I'm looking at my wall, 3 to 5 seconds for goof proof. For me, I have found the sweet spot is around 5 to 6. And the reason why I say that is because when I start engaging that press, right before it is locked, the timer starts. So I want to make sure that that screen print is good and adhered onto the garment, but I also don't want to keep it longer than what it needs to. Okay, So let's head over to the press. I've got my transfers. Patrice, you creased your transfers too. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get this threaded on there. And because I am going to preheat the garment, I'm just going to preheat it with this cover sheet, and then I will just slide it off. Oh, it's gonna preheat at 6 seconds. I'm just readjusting my timer. Alrighty, I am sliding this guy off, trying to avoid. There we go. And then I will go and reapply that once we go back to vinyl. We just need to go from 365 to 300. I think even 285. Yeah, 285 for metallic. So we have a ways to cool down, and I'll just reattach that. And if it's too hot to reattach it, then we'll just use a cover sheet and we will be fine. Okay, so first things up, this is our goof-proof transfer. You already saw that I creased my center. I'm just lifting the tag because I want it to be as center as possible. And in this case, I can't really go off of the transfer because I know that this transfer is not center, even though I'm seeing 3 fingers here and only 2 there. Slide it down just a little bit. Okay, we are ready. Now this is a hot peel. And right now my pressure is set at a 7, could be at a 6. And then, so the first transfer is done. It is so easy. You don't have to worry about screens. You don't have to worry about burning anything. You don't have to worry about cleanup. You don't have to worry about ink. You don't have to worry about a hot mess. All you have to worry about is this one piece of paper, and then you just throw it away. Okay, so now we're gonna do our back. And instead of going and adjusting the timer, I'm just going to, well, no, I want it longer than 4 seconds. So we will preheat this. Now our surface is nice and clean. It's free of wrinkles. Just checking my seams. There we go. Is anybody else as particular as me? I would like to think so. Okay, so again, we found our center point. Just gonna flip this over so you can see the tag. I know it's not the best angle to see exactly where it is, but hopefully you get the idea. Okay, again, we're not exact just because it is slightly off. However, that's pretty darn close. Okay, we do not put a cover sheet over this. Again, same thing. Just quickly apply. And it's a hot peel again. And now your 2-color back is completely done. One thing I absolutely love about screen printed transfers is there is no cutting and there is no weeding. So for those of you that are only cutting in-house and maybe you don't necessarily have a way to offer screen printed transfers, then, or excuse me, screen printed garments, items, this is the perfect way to do it. Just imagine weeding all of those tiny little names. You don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take this back. Let's head over or to the front view. Okay, you guys, so this is the front. Put this a little bit lower than what I should have. That's okay. So this is the front. It's 2 colors, as you can see. Very, very vibrant colors. And then now we have a full team on the back. That's 2 colors. Now you can do 5 sheets, 10 sheets with Transfer Express. The pricing information and just calculations that I wrote down is for 24 shirts. And the reason why I chose that number is because don't forget about your parents. Don't forget about your aunts and uncles and grandmas and grandpas and brothers and sisters. You should be able to get to 24 pieces very quickly. And just remember, a 2-color garment or a 2-color t-shirt is just going to add a little extra pop and warrant more money, not just because of cost, but because you have more design into your artwork. Okay. So that is Transfer Express. That's how easy it is to use a screen printed transfer. Let's do a quick closer up view. Now this is red and royal. Ooh, there we go. Very, very, very smooth. This is actual screen printed ink. Okay. It's just printed onto a transfer versus going directly to a garment. Alrighty, now what I'm going to talk to you about is still on the Transfer Express side, but I want to quickly just talk about a Transfer Express marketing kit. I actually have one, so I'll just give you a, just a quick overview. I'll go over one more sample just to see different sizing, different types of, 3 logos on there. And remember, with screen printed transfers, you're not paying per logo. You're paying whatever you can get loaded onto that sheet. So if you can get 20 left chest logos onto that garment, then Joe, I will measure this because I don't think I have my measure down here, my ruler. I normally have it. Let me see. I'm just going to pop this really quick. Okay, so Joe asked if he could have the size of the transfer design. If you are talking about the sheet, then that is different than talking about each logo. Let me see something. I was trying to find something different, but I'm going to actually pull up our design center. Okay, just wanted to have that ready so I can share my screen. So let's see, Joe, did you respond? Maybe not. Or there's just a slight delay. So I'm going to remove that. So the sheet size, you guys, is 11¼ by 14. Now, if you can make one of those, say 11¼ by 8, and then add on another logo, that's completely up to you on how you're going to size your transfers. Okay, so let me just quickly turn down the heat press because I don't want to waste any time on getting that guy to decrease in temperature. Okay, so we're going to go from 365 to 285. And even if we get close, it'll be just fine. Adjusting my pre-press as well from 8 to 10 seconds. Okay, so let's go over the Transfer Express marketing kit, you guys. This is another sheet. So as you can see, this is just a little bit bigger than the one that we just used. And then you have some music notes along with the high school abbreviations. So the music note could be, the left chest while this is on the back. Or maybe you want to be really fun and put this on the back shoulder and then put EHS maybe on the sleeve. Maybe you want to put EHS on a backpack. There's just so many things that you can do when you have various logos. So remember to always maximize your sheet. Now this is a 2-color. It is a pink and white, but you could have easily removed the white and then just kept that gap and let whatever garment show out. So that would take your design from a 2-color to a 1-color. Now the Transfer Express marketing kit comes in something like this. One of the big old pizza boxes. And then inside, let me just turn it around. It has 30 different types of transfers. Now, I house a Transfer Express transfers in here, so there is definitely a lot more than 30. But it would come wrapped like this with all of your transfers. And what that means is with the marketing kit, you guys, it's $49 bucks, and they're giving you 30 transfers, sheets, not individual transfers, 30 sheets. And that allows you to create designs and samples. And if your customer is like, well, what is your screen print like? Boom, make a t-shirt, give it to them. You can take it, if you're having business meetings, then you could take it and show them. Otherwise, use them as decoration if you have a brick and mortar. And, as you start to really build your screen print or your designs or your customer samples, then you can switch those out. But basically, this is a kit to give you everything that you need to be professional, to basically show your customers what you are completely capable of. And it's right at your fingertips. And there's instructions. It's very easy. Okay. The other thing that's great about the marketing kit is it comes with this idea book. Obviously, this is 2020, and we'll be switching to 2021 soon. That's so crazy to say. But what this is this has my name on here. Let's see if we can do it this way. Oops. I just want this one and this one. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is what it looks like, right? What it would do is this would actually have your business name right here. So this is something that you could take in. And as you notice, this isn't branded at all. This is something that is made specifically for your business. It's not going to say Stahl's Transfer Express on this. So inside, let's just go to a single view. You have what is all of this idea book. You can take it to customers or let customers go through it. There's templates in here, and then in the designer, you just type in, this number, and then it pops up for you. It's very, very, very simple and easy to use. Okay, so that's just a brief idea. It's broken down by sports, by occasions, clip art. There's different fonts. The other thing is colors are so important to people, and I completely understand that. So they have a color selector in here for you as well. So if somebody's like, well, I want pink and I want it to be pink. Okay, what's your pink? Because there's several different options. And then this is metallic. So there's not an upcharge for going with something like this. It's just part of the standard color. Okay, so you're not going like, oh, I want goof proof metallic. It's just, I want metallic rose. Alrighty, so hopefully that gives you guys an idea to kind of branch out on, going with a screen printed transfer. Just know that there's a bunch of tools and kits out there. I am going to share my screen really fast. Let's see. I see you guys have several questions about measurements. We will definitely touch base on those. I'm going to show you a little bit of Transfer Express. I just want to make sure that I can accurately tell you what size. Our Transfer Express Goof Proof Elasti Print, Pearl Prints, Glow, Puff, those are all 11 1/4 by 14 inches. So you could go 14 by 11 1/4 for those, 5 and 6, those 6X shirts. Just remember, instead of vertical, you're going to have to go wide. So you're going to have to max out on that shirt at 11 1/4. The other thing that I have also talked with other businesses about is they max out at 12 by 12, or they max out by 11 by 11. Because if you're going with different sizes, remember that's different sheets. So this all has to be the same size for whatever quantity you're going with. You can't do 5 of this size and then 5 of this filling the entire sheet. Okay, now that I went down that quick rabbit hole. So let me show you really quick. All right, so this is the Easy View Designer. It is on transferexpress.com. You just click the button. I'm going to actually take you to the calculator. This is a tool that I use all the time. It is on the website. So if you're like, how much is this going to cost? Okay, well, let's say you need 20 sheets. Let's do 24 because that's what I told you at first. So 24, 2 colors. We're going with goof proof. And this is a template that is already in our system, so it would be considered easy. Plus is anything that you import. Okay, gonna calculate it. And then right here, you can see it's $5.89 a sheet for 24 sheets, which comes to $141.36. Now, keep in mind that we had 2 logos that were 2 colors for only 24 pieces for $5.89. Down here, it's giving you a quick little, cheat sheet. Hold on. There we go. So it is telling you if we go up to 25 pieces, you're going to be saving money. We just saved $15 by adding in 1 more sheet. So your cost dropped to $507 for 25 sheets. And then now you have an extra, maybe you're gifting the coach. Maybe you want to gift a bag because you want to show them everything that you could potentially do, or that you can do it on other garments as well. So this is one thing that I used all the time when I was traveling for stalls. This is a piece that you should always have in your back pocket. You can calculate it very, very quickly. It's no guessing. Okay, here on the Transfer Express website, it's going to, let me see, talk about this is your marketing kit. And then bear with me as I'm scrolling back up. Right here is the Design Center. So you just click Start Designing. And then that whole Design Center is going to pop up. My computer is running a little bit slow because I have about 10 applications open. So you're going to get the gist of this while it's loading. Okay, so I am going to stop sharing the screen. And then pop back over. Okay, so we are at 3:06 for the heat press. If you guys have any other questions about Transfer Express, just keep popping them down below. I will make sure and go back to review them. And then I know Stacy is reviewing them as well. So we just want to make sure we get all of your questions answered on that. Let's see. As I'm reading. And Dimitri asked if it's only good for 30 days. No, what they want, what that is there for is for you to generate ideas to then go through Transfer Express. So once you place your initial order, it's going to just keep going and opening. It's not a service that you have to pay for. It's just a tool that you are able to use while using Transfer Express screen printed transfers. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question on that. And now let's talk vinyl. So like I said, that's my work phone. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I put everything on airplane mode and apparently I didn't. So, okay, vinyl wise, we are going with this. It's the Bella Canvas 7503. It is an heirloomed, I wrote it down, heirloomed comb ring spun cotton. So soft, so plush. I'm sure you guys have touched and felt these before. If you haven't, just know that they are plush. Okay, this is a very, very, very good quality sweatshirt. Now, this is the color brick It's really showing like a vibrant red orange. But to me, it's a little bit more muted in person. And maybe it's just my screen versus what you guys are seeing. But it is a beautiful rust, and this is very, very on trend for the fall colors this season. I'm seeing this color everywhere on the wholesale side for retail. So with that being said, where is my... Here we go. Oh, sorry. My metallic. Now, the last time I played with metallic with you guys, somebody had asked if the fashion film metallic and this were the same thing. The answer is no. This is CAD cut metallic, and then there is also a fashion film metallic. And there's a very, very big difference because this is a chrome-like finish. It's very thin, so in comparison to how they feel on a garment, color is in brick. Yes, the color is, sorry, Stacy. The color is in brick. It just looks very rusty, I guess. I don't know. Don't get mad at me. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is gold metallic. And as you can see, it's reflecting, it's showing my lights, it's showing my screen. Very, very, very different products. Both very easy to use. This one's not as tacky of a carrier like fashion film. So I'm gonna go ahead and unroll this guy. And those of you know, I am now putting it into my cutter. And this is a GS24. It's by Roland. This is what I use to cut. Alrighty, while that is adjusting, we are going to go to CADWorks Live. Share screen. Oh, you know what? It's telling me that I have a couple of windows open for CADWorks, which is odd. Well, hello there. So let's see if you guys can. There we go. That was fun. Okay, can you guys hear me okay since I just clicked out of the screen? Let me know down below if you can. I'm going to quickly just make sure my mic is back to where it should be. Okay, I'm showing everything is good. Let me know if you guys, perfect. Okay, so sorry about that. So let's try this again. I'm going to share the screen. It's really cute, very retail-inspired art. This was pulled off of Love SVG. Let's see. Now we're just going really slow. Okay, so I am using this antler. Awesome, you guys are amazing. Alrighty, so I am using this antler type of artwork. I pulled it off of Love SVG. I do already have it sized, and we're gonna be printing at 10 inches in height and 7.88 in width. I'm just gonna move this over. Now for this art specifically, it actually came with both of these pieces. This would be really cute on a onesie or a blanket, or if you were doing a canvas for a kid's room. There's no reason why you couldn't, really utilize both of these artworks, but I just quickly downloaded. Uh-oh, one is delayed. Let's see. Oh, it's probably because I have multiple things and I've messed the whole StreamYard up. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that. And let's just see. It's still really delayed, huh? Is this any better? I think so, at least my face is reacting to my voice now. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just because out of everything. Oh no. Let's see. I think it's because I have two. Just realized I have two broadcasts open. Is this better? I just realized that I had two screens open for somehow. I have no idea how we got there, but we did. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just send this to cut. I don't want to delay any more because we had this quick little issue. So what I'm doing right now is just sending my art to Vector Cut. If you've watched a couple of my last lives, then you know that Vector Cut is a plugin that is actually in CADWorks Live. And what it does is it just pops up my cutting software, which is then going to send to the cutter. So let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send this back to the front because I want you to see how quick that cutting with a GS24 is. Yeah, Wendy, this is a GS24. And it is by Roland. So I'm just gonna remove this art. We don't need it. You cannot see what I'm doing, but that is okay. And if anybody is wanting this art, like I had stated previously, know that you can find it on Love SVG, and it is called a whimsical element. So Olive Heat Pressing, thank you so much for letting me know that we are back in action. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so now that you guys are back with me here. All right, I'm going to just do a quick test cut. And what that is, it's just testing to make sure that the blade can accurately go through the material, that I have enough downforce. That way, when I go to weed, that it's not insanely crazy. Now, this was perfect. I'm at 70 grams. Now, what I noticed, because my material is rolled, it just naturally kind of pulled up. So it's not going to allow me to go to the front of this material. Let's see, I have plenty of length, and I'm just gonna make this my new origin right here, which is telling my cutter that this is its new starting point. So quickly, I'm gonna adjust my vector cut to, let's see. Alrighty, we are all good. But now it's not wanting to cut. There we go. Okay, I am going to, this is the cover sheet that I seem to always, not cover sheet, but upper platen cover that I seem to always get questions about. And this is what I have on top of my element. And the reason why I have this is because if for any reason there was any type of residue, if you are using pre-cut numbers and you've put one upside down, it's going to adhere to this versus potentially damaging or just getting stuck to your heating element. And that's the thing that we want to protect the most. So it's very, very easy. It's elastic. As you can see, that is done. Alrighty, once this is done cutting, we'll weed it, and then it's only going to apply for 8 to 10 seconds at 285. Again, this is CAD cut metallic. It comes in a variety of colors, and it's one of my favorite materials to use. Now, maybe you don't like sparkle, you don't like, you know, the different pops, you're used to using matte material. You're not sure how your customers are going to react to anything other than matte. Just remember, if you don't attempt to try or give them the option or just show them what is new and what else is out there, then they just may never know. Okay, gonna clean up my area, throw the scraps away. And then I'm going to do my best to show you guys how I am weeding this and how easy it is. So I just started. Now there is, like you saw in the artwork, there are definitely some cavities. So we will need to do that. But this is just so easy to weed. I know this is a really, really easy or really odd way to show you how to weed. But since I don't have a camera directly down on the weeding portion, I just want to be able to show you step by step as best as possible. Okay, what I'm doing right now is actually removing some of the cavities in the antlers. I'm going to weed just a little bit, and then I will show you before I do the other side, just so you can get an idea. Now, you guys keep in mind, if you don't have a cutter, if you do not have, maybe you're needing to do 50 of these, you don't have the time, you don't want to cut and weed, you can always send your art into our, services team, and we will cut and weed, send them back ready to go. So maybe you are a screen printer watching this. You haven't quite got into CAD, or vinyl yet. You don't have a cutter, or you've just been playing around with a Cricut and, you really want to amp up your game. Just know that we do have resources and tools for you to help you succeed. And then you can move on to a cutter, whenever you are ready. Okay. With services, just a quick note, not all artwork can be done. There are cutting requirements, stems of letters, sizes of cavities. Those are all things that we have to take into consideration. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm almost done with half of this. So that is half. Now you could make this a fill. This would be really cute. And really trendy with some flock if it was on a sweatshirt. Again, you could make flock and put it on a baby blanket. Let's see. So close. Now this art did go fairly quick, so if you had several to do, then there would be no problem weeding this. Same thing that I've done for all of the other lives. I did write down the cost of the material. Same thing we just went over on Transfer Express. So I will go over that with you in just a quick moment. Because once we are done applying this, then we will review costs. And I always love to hear what you guys could, ask when it comes to price. So just trimming this up just a little bit more. If you don't know what I'm trimming off of the extra material since you guys cannot see what I am doing. Alrighty, so this is done. Same thing that I do with all the others, just gonna find the quick median. Okay, let's go heat apply. Oh, wrong one. Third time's a charm. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is the sweatshirt that we are using. Oh, you get a little bit better color in this camera versus what I'm seeing on my computer. Okay, I am going to use a cover sheet, and because this rolls, I am going to just roll that out. I don't want to create an additional crease, especially since that's an unfinished hem. Alrighty, just pre-pressing this. My pressure is at an 8 and I need to take it down to a 6, so we should be good with that. Okay. Oh, I see a little spot that I did not get. Now what I'm going to do is once this is done applying, I am going to show you how you can also matte, or what I call brush out this metallic if you do not want it to be as shiny. Alrighty, the metallic goes for 8 to 10 seconds at 285. Now the thing about this one is it does need to be a peel cold. So this is what it looks like done. And then, all right, you guys, so this is going to cool off, cool down, and why it is, let's go over the costs, right? So your sweatshirt at a blank is $15.71 a sweatshirt. It is the cropped crew and it is the very, very plush fleece. And then the other thing is, you only have one color, but because it's metallic, it's already elevated. It's not matte. You've already added an extra little to the garment. So on trend is crop and crew neck. Any sweatshirts, t-shirts are still very cropped and in trend. And then of course, we're kind of taking this tonal look. Of course, we could have used, one of the colors that we did last week in the metallic, but I really like that these are same, family. You've got your yellow and your orange, but it just adds a little pop because of the chrome, which is, it's metallic. It just has a chrome-like finish. Okay, so the material, the vinyl, you guys, to cut and weed yourself. Remember, I use our cost calculator, and you have to go in there and adjust, the price per hour for employees. That has to be adjusted to what you pay your employees, and then same thing for the overhead. So just know this is a rounded about cost. So the metallic for the 7.5 by 10 with the weeding, the application is $1.75. That's it. So you're looking at like $17 a garment cost. So tell me, what could you charge for something like this, even if you added just a little bit more detail? So it's cold, it's cooled. So I'm just going to pull the carrier. So you can see that this is very, very chrome. Now it's not crunchy. It is not stiff. This is very, very flexible with the garment. And that's one of the reasons why I love metallic, is because it moves with your body. Nobody likes to put on a shirt and then you feel crunchy, you feel stiff. This is just so fun. And I love just the whimsical feature to it. Now I'm going to take you back to the press, and I'm going to show you how you can get two different textures. So what I'm going to do is actually just going to try to get just the face and leave the antlers shiny. You don't need to pull down the press for an extended period of time. You're just going back and adding just a little bit. So what we did was we added just a little bit of texture to this design. Try and see. Nope. There you go. Now you can see that there's a difference between the antlers are just a little bit shinier, and the bottom portion has just a little bit of texture of the garment. Again, it just you can't feel it. It just sits really nice on top of a really soft garment. And when you go back in and you hit it with the press again, I feel like it just puts it even further into the garment, and then it just feels like it's part of it. So, okay, this is how it turned out. So fun. I feel like because it's not red and green or Christmas, that you could wear this now for fall and reindeers, maybe even hunting. You could put this on a camo shirt. Maybe you do a tonal, do a black or a black reflective on a camo shirt, and you're going to have a really nice tonal look. But then when the light hits it, then it would just really pop off the garment. So, okay, thanks guys so much for sticking with my mishap as I completely just left our webinar. I hope this gave you a really good perspective on how something simple like chrome metallic with a chrome finish, can just reroute your business and really go down to a retail look. But then something like matte screen print can just allow you to really provide t-shirts to somebody in your neighborhood, somebody that is wanting some type of foundation t-shirt. You're doing fundraisers, schools. Both of those products can go to the same market. It just depends on, what your customer wants and what you are willing to say, hey, you should really try metallic. Same thing. If you wanted to jazz up something like this, but maybe you were doing it in vinyl, maybe you use CAD-Cut Ultra Weed in the red and royal, and then you add, you switch out the red for red metallic. So I hope this gave you some ideas and some inspiration while my craziness was going on. But again, thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I'm Kelly Walters with Stalls, and have a fabulous